Hello, everybody. Hello, aviation lovers. Hello, cabin crew aspirants. So, a lot of y'all have reached out to me that are having interviews for Qatar Airways services on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, basically for customer service. And I had to find out more questions about customer service, and I had to write them down. And it's quite broad. It's likely to be a long video. However, let's start with the things that you will need to S up your interview. All right. One, your attire is very important. You have to be on formal wear. Ladies, you have to enhance your look, some good makeup, and some lipstick that matches the airline profile color. That's burgundy, or gentlemen can have a tie that aligns that the same color. Ladies, hair tie or hairband of that color. And business wear is Qatar Airways interview kind of preference, which doesn't have to be skirt. So it can be a dress for ladies, it can be a dress, it can be a skirt and a blouse, it can be a trouser. As long as it looks business, it doesn't have to be black and white. All right. So that's one thing. That's on the attire and how to look. No like jewelry, no anything that doesn't look professional. You put on things that will make you look elegant. Even nail polish can be nude colors, can be French or the airline's color kind of nail polish. The other thing was your resume or your CV. As actually your resume. So for those that applied for this opportunity online with like 2 or 3 pages, more than 1 page, you will need a summarized resume that is 1 page, and it could be decorated on this time. All right. You remember now, you remember the one for online applications had to be really simple. For interview, it can be decorated with the airline profile color. Have your passport size photo on the CV as well, and it has to be really summarized, really like the interviews, the recruiters don't have time to go through your pages CV. So it's important that you make their life easy with 1 page resume, that they have to see every important details in 1 page. They don't have to peruse through pages because it's a whole bunch of you. It's a lot of you. So be reasonable. Once you put all that in details, they will just have a look and see everything that they need to see in 1 page, and then that will make it easy. Like it will make them kind of be impressed. If you don't have that, reach out to me with the CV that you applied with. Just let me know in the inbox at a small fee, and I'll make you one. And yeah, that's what's up. Moving on, the other thing is I wanted to go through the questions that are likely to be asked on your interviews. I reached out to a few people with their encounters, and even me, what I've encountered in customer service. Customer service. What am I saying? Am I sleepy? So yeah. Now I have combined all these questions, and I will have to read them through one by one. And before I start, I have to mention small gestures that have worked for me in customer service. So one of the gestures is addressing guests by name. Like I'm a hotelier, so I'm going to address my customers as guests. So in your profession as customer service, you know like what you've been dealing with, so you can address them as customer service. But if you're in aviation, you can as well address them as passengers. So this mentioning them by names makes them feel known. In your personal experience, even if you've experienced customer service and the maybe the waiter or the waitress or anyone that has been attending to you, they mention your name, you feel special, right? So yes, that's one. And the other thing is having coded language. For instance, me, when I was in reception, there's a time I used to have this particular guest that used to come, and each time he will find me having long queues, he will just signal he's at the restaurant, and once I have lesser queues, I will just go to him, get his card, or I would have already checked him in and give him the room key, and then he will give me the card. I'll swap, I'll get the payment or pre-authorization, and we'll just do it that way. And he used to tip me big, actually. So that's really good. It makes guests feel special and they don't have to wait in long queues. Like, you have this kind of sign language or coded language that no one else understands. The other thing is, never say no to a guest, okay? A guest comes to you with a request and you don't have, and you cannot even offer it. You just find your way on escaping the no as a word, all right? You can give them other solutions, now if you have to say no, you can give a solution. You can say, like, for example, do you offer complimentary water? You will say, we don't offer complimentary water. However, you can get it at the restaurant. You can purchase at the restaurant. Or that's an example I was just giving, just to avoid to say no as a word. And the other thing is, always ask for feedback. Yes, always ask for feedback for guests. How was your experience? How do you like us? What do you think we can improve on? Yeah, so remember, these people are have experience. Like, if they are visiting you not for a first time, they definitely have better experiences, and then this can be a way of they can be giving you ideas of making the customer service experience better. So always be open for your guest or customers' feedback in a good way, and accept it in a good way. So I think I will touch a little bit on the customer service bit of it, the interview questions. So let's get into it. Now, I have a few questions, customer service interview questions, and they are in categories of 3. I've categorized them in 3 categories. That is, questions related to quality and culture. That's 1. And then this is to assess the applicant's understanding of high quality customer service and how how their values align with their organization, like the company they're applying for, culture. The other set of questions is about how you empathize. It's about empathy and communication. This is to assess how well you empathize and communicate with customers. I had to write them down, so you will excuse me when you see me reading. And the third one is a set of questions related to problem solving. All right. And this is to assess how capable applicants are in solving problems and enhancing customer experience. Okay. Now the questions that I've written here, they will help you to evaluate, and also their opinions and a few examples from my experiences. So you cannot copy paste this. You have to find a creative way of putting it together, and you can also mention that you've been in trainings in case you've duplicated. Yeah, this is just a clue of what you're likely to experience, but you have to phrase it in your own creative words, right? The first question goes like, where do you see yourself in 3 years? This is to see how committed and enthusiastic you are about customer service and about joining their team, all right? So the recruiter will be gauging how committed you are to progress within your organization and drive results, perhaps in more senior role in future. All right. Sample of answer, and allow me to be pretty fast. I won't be looking on the screen as often. So sample of the answer, you say, within 3 to 5 years, I hope to have moved on a customer service leadership position or managerial role within your organization. Since customer service is a critical element for the success of each business, I would revel in the chance to prove myself in a more senior role. Second question on first category. Why customer service is important? What does it require? Here, the recruiter is assessing your perception of customer service, if it aligns with the organization's value, culture, and mission. They are checking if you prioritize customer service. So sample of answer, and we said you will paraphrase and phrase it in your own creative words. Sample answer: from my perspective, since customers have a direct influence on the growth of a company, it's vital to serve them well and commit to providing exceptional customer service. Number 3, has there ever been a time in which you've experienced bad customer service? What would you have done to improve it? This is from a guest's perspective. Responses to this question are broad, and selection of the answers might demonstrate the applicant's professionalism and how they will handle the situation differently. Again, this question gives you a sense of the candidates, culture and potential, and how they might deliver better outcomes for the clients compared to the other candidates. Sample answer: at one occasion, a customer service agent failed to apologize after keeping me on hold for 45 minutes and transferred my call to different departments twice. If I was in their position, I would have shown empathy straight away, apologized for the delay, and I would have tried to solve the issue personally instead of transferring the call. Right? The fourth question, first category: can you describe an example of situation where you provided exceptional customer service? This question is crucial for learning more about the applicant's professional experience. The answers that you will give here are supposed to be aligning with the company's objective, mission, and vision. Do research about this company's website or any other, finding something unique, right? Sample answer: on one occasion, a customer wanted to return product because it was faulty. I handled the situation by apologizing and offered them a replacement of the product as per the store's policy. I showed empathy from the very beginning, and the customer accepted a replacement and they were satisfied with the outcome. A few days later, they returned to make another purchase. All right. Question 5, first category: how does organization offer top customer service? In this question, the interviewer is assessing if the candidate has researched about the organization values and have some knowledge of the positive outcomes it has achieved through providing excellent customer service. Sample answer: I noticed your job description that your organization has briefing sessions every week for customer sales representative to offer staff refresh courses and refresh their knowledge of your products. Since product knowledge is crucial for customer facing roles, I would imagine that your customer sales representative not only offer top customer service but also can recommend complementary products and services to their customers. All right, number 6, which skills are required for customer service role? In this, the interviewer is assessing the skills required for customer service position and the customer service position they're looking to fill, and asking this question helps them to see if you have solid understanding for vital skills needed for customer service role. Right? Sample answer in this: 5 of the essential skills required to be successful in a customer service role are problem solving, communication, empathy, decision making, and ability to adapt in new situations. For me, it is important to know how to apply these skills in different circumstances. For example, using empathy is vital for diffusing a tense situation or when a customer is dissatisfied with a service. And decision-making skills are essential for deciding which actions I need to resolve the issue. For example, maybe you are able to offer upgrade upon availability, or even something complimentary that is not really costly, that won't really cost you or even the company, just to make it up for them. Question number 7, what does empathy mean in the context of customer service? Empathy is a soft skill. This is not the answer yet. Empathy is a soft skill that all customer service representatives should have, and candidates' responses to this question will shed their light on the empathy skills. A dictionary definition isn't necessary. Sample for answering this question is, for me, empathy doesn't only involve apologizing when you have made a mistake. In the context of a customer, building relationships is key, and it involves striving to always understand customers and get to the bottom of the issue they are facing. Question number 8, first category. How would you define customer delight? On this, the recruiter is checking if you know how to truly delight your customers. So they are also assessing how knowledgeable the candidates are regarding customers' delight, as it's important, and candidates can demonstrate that they are committed to delivering outstanding customer service for the organization. All right, sample answer for this will be, customer delight enables you to enhance customer loyalty and retention, but it also actually goes beyond these points, right? Loyal customers become your brand ambassadors if you offer them truly rewarding experience. This is how customers delight is more than customer satisfaction, and one of the best ways to achieve it is to create memorable, unique experiences. This can be done in many different ways, such as sending thoughtful or personalized email or a gift, right? The last one, that's 9, is what are some of essential phases of customer's journey? Sample answer will be, during customer life cycle of customer's journey, the customer transitions through 4 phases. And initially, the first phase is they are a prospect customer. All right, then they they become actually a customer. So once they've become a customer, they are followed by a loyal customer, a repeat guest, and that's the third one. They become loyal, and once they've graduated to loyal, the last one, the fourth one, is they become the brand advocate. They will be recommending and giving good testimonies about your company and bringing more and more people. All right, that can be through social media, that can be word of mouth. So yes, that is the first set. The second section is for problem solving, and problem solving is very key component in delivering exceptional customer service, especially when dealing with difficult customers. All right, you are likely to be asked this kind of questions about a situation or a time you had a difficult situation or a difficult customer. So question 1, have you ever been in a situation where you were unsure how to assist the customer? What steps did you take to find the right solution to their problem? All right, sometimes employees may not be able to solve all customer service issues on their own. In some situation, you are likely to think unique solution, and regardless of whether the issue is solved on the spot, you should ask this question to know which step to take or to maintain an exceptional customer service, sometimes you will be required to refer to the management, to the next in command as per your command chain. All right. Second question is, can you tell me about a time your product or service has caused an issue for a client? How did you handle the situation and what was the outcome? On this, some of the questions I don't have answers to, so you can research and find out how to answer them, like this one. All right. Question number 3, have you ever made an error when trying to solve a problem for a customer? What would you do differently to handle the error now? Right. A quick illustration: mistakes are likely to happen, so your goal when asking this question is to determine if okay, so this is a recruiter, from a recruiter's perspective. They are checking if you are likely to take ownership in your errors and to correct them. All right. Yeah. Question number 4, are there any steps you will take to improve customer service at our organization? On this, the recruiter is testing the candidate if they've done their homework, and they would like to know what could be done to improve the organization's or their company's customer service. Question number 5, what would you do as a satisfied customer recommended your product or your service to other customer who after using it was disappointed? All right, this an example to answer an example for this as an answer is, I would actively listen to the feedback and provide and assure them that I will pass their comments to our senior management. I would also work with them to improve their experience based on their feedback and their specific needs. I will also offer the customer an option of returning or replacing the product if they were still dissatisfied. All right. Question number 6, have you ever experienced customer issue that required creative solution? On this, the recruiter is testing your innovative solutions to resolve customers' complaints or customer service challenges. All right, that's that about problem solving. The last portion, the last section is customer service interview about empathy and communication. And let's get straight to the questions. Question number 1, can you describe a situation in which you had to serve a difficult customer? Which approach did you use to deal with the situation? On this one, the recruiter is testing your approach to diffusing a challenge situation. And then the sample answer will be, a customer was significantly dissatisfied with the drink that was served at a bar. They had asked for a non-alcoholic beer and were served a beer that contained alcohol. I realized the mistake, and when I approached him to check whether if he was happy with the service, the customer explained that he didn't drink alcohol and that he was served with alcoholic drink. I sincerely apologized for the mix-up, offered a replacement drink, and empathized with him, showing I'm fully understanding his frustration. I spoke with my manager and decided to offer the customer a second non-alcoholic for free. That is a complimentary. Complimentaries are a way of replacing service and showing empathy. All right. The customer left the bar satisfied. You see, this is a problem that is solved with empathy. Question number 2, can you describe a time when you delivered excellent customer service? What was the impact of your interaction with the customer? On this, they are testing your customer service standards if they align with their companies. All right, so you can give your own example on that. Question number 3, has there ever been a situation in which you or in your past workplace you've received negative review or feedback from customer? How did you respond? Reviews are inevitable in hospitality, in customer service. So reviews are going to be positive or negative. So on this one, you are tested on how you can handle both. All right, sample answer: I strive continually to improve my customer skills, and I take negative feedback very seriously. You actually should take both the feedback seriously. All right, in my previous role, I was give an example, give an example of how it went in your previous workplace. Question number 4: have you ever found it challenging to interact with the customer because you didn't understand their request? Language barrier. All right, that could be an example. So communication is essential in customer service, and the recruiter is assessing communication skills, active listening, and is trying to see if you can act and rectify your mistakes. Language barrier. Okay, for example, in language barrier, find someone who speaks the language that your customer or the guest speaks. I have an example that I was checking in a Chinese guest, and I had to find a way on how to give him the hotel's information. He didn't speak any English, and we could not even communicate, so we had to do Google translation. So find ways, creative ways, if there's no one that can translate, to do this. Question number 5: have you ever refused to offer service to a client due to company policy? On this, you are being assessed if you can empathize with the customer while taking into consideration the organization's policy or company's policy. An example: an important client wanted to use a spa promotion code that was expired half a year ago. Unfortunately, I had to decline the request. However, I approached the situation with empathy, and I explained that I fully understood the client's frustration. Then I gave them information on our upcoming promotions that they could use on their next purchase. Question number 6: how would you handle a situation in which a client hasn't gotten support or any service they needed from several other businesses, comes to you for solution? You must never ignore a client or a customer or dismiss their issue without listening first. All right, you should show how you prioritize them as customers when you're handling their situation. Right, so you can give an example, creative way to give an example on this. Question number 7: I'm trying to finish on time. Have you ever had to de-escalate a situation involving a difficult client? Which techniques did you use? Okay. Candidates might sometimes have to de-escalate situation, and empathy and communication combined are often crucial to settling heated situations. Empathy is particularly the best way to show your customer that you really care. The last question is: can you describe a situation where you had to communicate with others or on your team to resolve a complaint? All right, this is customer service. Customer support involves teamwork. All right, this question is to test if you can work with your teammates or your colleagues. All right, answer the very best way. I wish you the very best. I'm out.